Hello, welcome to PlannedPath podcast, your choice hub for book reviews and crucial conversation. Happy new month, oh. Oh, it's been an amazing year for us. I hope it has been for you as well. My name is Exposè, and I'm tempted to keep talking, but I want to introduce someone to you. Homegirl Soju is on the show.
Hello, how are you? Hi, Tosin.
I'm fine, I'm good. Okay, well, Soju doesn't want to tell us what she did in school, but...
I studied public health. I have a master's in public health.
Hallelujah. Future Commissioner of Health.
Yes, so give me an appointment. I'm ready.
Okay, I was saying that you should listen to previous episodes. So many book reviews, so many crucial conversations for you to listen to and enjoy. And then the magic is in the doing. Or what do you think? Don't just listen. Every day too. And make sure you share with your friends. I mean,
share and like.
Share.
Is that a possibility?
Exactly. Make sure that you're telling someone about PlannedPath podcast. It's very easy. Just tell them to always type PlannedPath podcast on their browser every time they want to listen. Soju says she's a public health master's holder. And let me tell you a little bit of the background story, right? She's been around. She's been in Nigeria since when? September, yeah. She's been around, and we're just talking like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
About
environmental health, about environmental everything. We're talking about Nigeria in general, but we're on the topic of the environment.
Yeah, we're talking about the environment, and there's a way this thing is. Usually when you're in an environment, you really can't see what's wrong. It's when another person comes in and the person is like, oh my god, you guys stink.
Yeah, it's like so wrong. Like, what's going on here? Like, are we still doing these things?
In 2022, right?
Yeah.
So today we'll just go around talking about these things, and I'm sure you have an exciting time with us. I think we should go on a quick commercial break. My mouth is paining me. So the laughter was the break. We are back. Where do you want to start this conversation from?
We can start it from, or we can talk about how we were just outside and then we saw those blue drums and everywhere was just, the whole environment was just smelling.
Nigeria should you as yam drinker is
But even though I'm yabbing, I also want the progression of Nigeria, so
exactly
that's why I'm concerned.
Exactly. Blue drums. I was saying that I think in the 90s we didn't even have the blue drums. Let's start with we used to have kole. Yes, that's what they call them in Yoruba. Kole, trash packers. That's what it literally means. They'll just come. You put your trash outside. I'm sure you can relate, right? Put it in the comment section, please. You put your trash outside, like in apple rice, rice sachet, rice bag of rice.
But did these things stay out all week, or they would come out on the specific day that they took the
there
trash?
was no specific day. The Kole guys were usually just walking and they were doing their thing, right? And anytime they came to your area, in fact, even if they walk past and you are not outside, you are not outside, you just miss them for that day. So people threw their trash away. I think it was when Fashola came into government that he started introduce the whole idea of drums and all of that. And let's say that I think we have that in this environment, but there are still a lot of places that they don't have those drums.
Like in those raw areas.
Exactly.
But even those drums, they're not very efficient anymore. Like you said, you were saying something about how the price of those drums went up like by 3 times.
Exactly, because the demand tripled.
So then also the drums are open. The drums have been eaten on the bottom by maybe rats or mouse or whatever creature or water is standing by the gutter. Some creature has opened it. So the drums are no longer useful. They need to come up with better solutions and ways for us to keep our waste. And another example that I was saying was that how can you have an apartment complex or a house, 3 houses that have 3 apartments each, so that'll be 9 families, and you only have 2 drums.
2 drums that aren't covered, let's remember.
2 drums that aren't covered.
2 drums that have not been separated. What do you call that thing? Recycled.
Yes.
Yes. recycling color codes and whatever.
Yes.
2 drums that are leaking.
Yes.
2 drums that
leaking into the gutter at that.
Exactly. And of course,
And
air pollution.
Air pollution.
Exactly. Just 2 drums for an apartment. Nigeria, it is well with us. So let's not into confusion of that.
Physical dumpsters.
I think that physical dumpsters.
They need so for example in America we have apartment complexes.
Okay.
And they have dumpsters, right?
Okay.
But if you don't, let's just
Please,
say...
see this dumpster you're saying, say it in a way that the average person can understand.
Okay, so it's just like a square. I don't know. It's like a square. The whole outside is metal.
Okay.
Like metal or steel. And you'll have 2 openings. Actually, 2 on top and then maybe 2 on the side. So you can throw your trash and say, for example, you're short, you can't lift it up. You can now slide the door open and throw your trash in on the side and throw your trash on the other side. So you have left and right. You'll be able to throw it inside. You open it, you'll be able to throw your trash inside. But then another problem that we were talking about is that the drums are open. And then how are people collecting their waste in the house? Let's just say Nigeria hasn't started recycling yet, which is fine. But what are the plans to start recycling if we have any? And why do we need to start using trash cans and waste bins.
Proper trash cans.
Yes, proper trash cans with bags that tie and close. Because I see people go out with all these nylon bags that you get from, you go to Spa, you get a trash bag, you use it as trash. Yeah, that's all well and good, but some people don't even tie that, and they take it out to those open drums, and then they pour the stuff inside. If they see something fall, or banana peels fall, they don't pick it up. So everywhere is now smelling, the whole place is smelling. You now have open gutters, some gutters are open, some are closed. The water is not flowing, which then causes all those
rodents.
And then also mosquitoes that carry malaria. So that's another topic.
Sorry, can we go back a little bit? We're talking about the trash cans.
Yeah.
And we're talking about how people collect waste in their houses.
Yes.
A good place to start in this conversation is to encourage you guys, as you're listening, please, in your houses, try to, in that your dustbin you have at home, don't just throw things inside. The least you can do is to put a nylon bag inside.
Yes.
Throw your things inside.
A liner.
A liner, yes.
Yeah.
Some, they sell these dustbin...
Trash bags. We call them
trash bags.
Yeah.
Exactly. They sell
drawstring, and then you just tie it.
Exactly. At least you have that, so that when you're transporting into
trash,
your blue drum,
in your blue drum, yes.
blue drum outside is easier for you to do that.
Yeah.
You don't have, at least you're reducing the possibilities of those things pouring out.
Yeah.
I think that's an action point that you should pick from this episode.
Yes,
very important. You now went on talking about the rodents and everything.
Yeah.
Open gutters.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, it's not every area that has gutter. And even, I worked in construction when I was working as an accountant. And there was something I kept on saying. So, for instance, if a gutter is supposed to be, for instance, 5 feet, people embezzle the money and do 3 feet. You know what that means, right? The gutter isn't as deep as it's supposed to be. So whenever it rains, there's going to be
overflow.
Exactly. 1, 2. So the people that did not do deep gutter for you, you're not expecting them to close up the gutter. You understand? Okay, so what can we do really? Because it's annoying. It's like a thing now in Lagos, even everywhere. Like even when you travel to Enugu, I think we went to Enugu recently.
Yeah.
Abuja, Abeokuta, and all of those kind of things. When you go to those places, it's a thing. Like in the evenings, immediately it's dark, you can literally see rats on the road. They are just trying to get food, even cats and all of that. So what can we do? I mean, I'm not going to go around covering people's gutters. Yeah, no,
I think I just think we just need to care more about the people, to be honest. We have people who are in government who actually don't care about the people. I think if you're just able to care about the people just like 1%, these things would be of concern to you. You get what I'm saying? Because these people that we're talking about that we put in office, they travel abroad. and they see how things are working there. And I'm not saying we should compare the countries, but I'm definitely saying that there's some things that we can take and bring back, and we can adapt. So if we do those things, I think Nigeria would be a better country. Like we were just talking as well that, okay, have any of the candidates talked about these environmental problems?
Okay, from what I've seen online, right, I haven't seen any manifesto that reflects any environmental issue. I mean, in these days of climate change is an SDG. Is a sustainable development goal. Is that important for it to be an SDG? And it's not even on anyone's manifesto. So it doesn't seem to me like people are even serious. We are still in 2022. We are still talking about good roads, no ASU strikes. I mean, we should have moved past that and started thinking about more.
I think I even heard someone say, I don't know if it's true or not, so don't quote me, but I heard someone say that at one point, Tinubu was saying that these other countries need to pay us in order to talk about climate change, that they're the ones that are suffering from climate change.
Well, don't quote me as well, but I feel that
and I feel that could be true.
That's a loud joke. I don't understand. That could be true. Like, what do we know about climate change? Do we know anything about climate change? Are we practicing? Are we a sustainable environment? People are wasting water anyhow in Nigeria. Things are happening like environmental degradation. So how are other people supposed to pay us? Are we not supposed to even go and learn from those people? That sounds like a loud BAT joke.
It's exactly.
I didn't say anything, please.
The truth of the matter is we just have to do better as a country. That's just the truth of the matter. Like, it's just out of hand.
Wait first, in the spirit of doing better, I know we're talking about Visionscape.
Yes, I think during Ambode's time, he tried to do like this. He tried to bring someone in to try to do like this, recycling, but they were saying that it's waste of taxpayers' money, that it's just a way of, collecting money. And so I think they scrapped it after he left office.
Okay. I know that there are NGOs that are into waste management, recycling, and maybe this is an aspect of governance that the government doesn't really need to. Like, the government will do PSP, private sector participation, right? They should encourage NGOs. There should be grants. Some NGOs collect plastic, some collect bottles, some collect cartons. That if you take them to their offices, they'll weigh and then pay you some amount of money. It's not so much, right? Maybe 1 naira per. I can't remember exactly what the rate was, but at least that's a good incentive. If there are grants that for NGOs to explore, to do things like that, I think it will make a lot of sense.
I think two things. I think the first part is that the Visionscape, maybe one reason why it wasn't successful is that maybe they came in, like, you're coming into a country, right? You need to be able to talk to the people of the country. So it's like me saying I want to do a health initiative in Nigeria and Anthony right now. But I need to talk to the community first. I can't just come inside somebody's community as an outsider and want to impose health things or initiatives on them. They'll be like, who is this person?
Even if you bring all the equipment, there's still attitudinal change.
So I think maybe that could have been, I don't know how they, came in, but if they involved like the lawman and everything and connected with people and made it like a collaborative
the market
thing,
women and all
it may have been a thing that would have been successful instead of just coming in. I'm not sure, like I said, I'm not sure how they came in, but if they were able to connect with all those people, then it may have been successful, and we won't be talking about recycling and blue open drums right now. And then the second thing you mentioned was that how the grants of collecting things. So I know that in a couple of states in the United States, for example, you buy a pack of water, a case of water, 24. Like in New York, I paid 5 cents on top of each bottle of water that I purchased.
So that's like a tax that is already charged.
Exactly. So in order for me to now get that 5 cents back, I now have to go to a center. There could be a collection
center.
It could be a collection center, or it could be the actual grocery store that you got it from. So it depends. Sometimes the grocery store that's close to me does not have that type of. So you just have to go to maybe another grocery store or a center that has the bottles that you can return. And what happens is you put the bottle in and you collect each bottle you put in, you get 5 cents back. And then with the 5 cents, let's just say you paid maybe like $7 or $10, or let's just say $5 tax that you paid on it. You can now use that. They'll give you like a little receipt, and you can now use that towards your grocery bill. Like say for example, you want to buy something, and then take $5 off, or however much it is that you spent at that time.
That looks really nice. I was saying the other time about scheduling as well. Maybe the waste people need to come more often.
I was thinking about that because, like we talked about, how the 2 blue drums is not enough for an apartment of nine families.
This blue drum syndrome.
Or what do you call it? Apple rice. These apple rice is not enough. You know what I'm saying? It's not enough to carry these people. But think about it. If we're encouraging people to use those liners, the liners of the thing could carry 13 gallons. Like you could put in a trash can that carries 13 gallons.
Yes.
Which could be bigger than the apple of rice.
Yes, it can.
So therefore,
yes.
So yeah, or if you want to put inside the blue drum, you may be able to put like maybe 10 bags, 10 of those filled bags inside those drums. So if that's what we're talking about, and we want them to come on multiple days, I think the coming on multiple days may be harder in Nigeria only for the fact of it's so the city is populous and the traffic. Those are 2 things.
And we don't have enough trucks as well.
And you may not even have enough people at that as well.
Because I know that in other countries, right, you don't need human beings to now take those blue drums
that are open. Now one person will be holding it on the bottom, one person will be holding it.
And then banana peels and everything on the floor.
And then the truth of the matter is that sometimes, because these people are not using liners, some things are still stuck to the bottom of that blue drum that they're not able to now go and be picking, because the blue drum is now too far for you to reach into.
So and as they pour, sometimes let's say there was water inside the drum and everything, then everything now goes on the floor. On your streets, and
you just know when it's trash day. The whole neighborhood is smelling.
Exactly, for the next 3 days, everywhere like is stinking. I think that's one thing that really needs to be worked on. And not like another waste collection system, really, from the trash cans, from the houses,
yes,
to the no apple rice, no blue drum syndrome, and then the actual pouring.
Yes. So nowadays, say for example now, like I said, we have those small covered trash cans, right? Mm-hmm. And then you have your specific trash days. So you can keep most people, if you have if you live in a single family home, if you have a garage, you may not have a garage, or if you have a driveway, you either put the trash and the recycling bin on the side of your house, or maybe in your garage, or anywhere to conceal it, whatever you want to do. And then on trash day, which could be maybe Monday or Wednesday, whatever day that your neighborhood has for trash day, you will now roll it out. And so what happens is that you still have that person at the edge of the truck, and you have the person driving. But now they have these prongs that will now come out, will clip onto the trash, and now lift the trash, and they'll be banging it in case anything is stuck underneath. Now, say for example, you had a party, you have extra trash laying out. Now those people will now throw those bags, already tied bags inside the trash. Tied.
That looks like a nice system, and we can even try it. Let's try it from our homes. Let's get disposable. What do they call it again?
Like the trash bags, the liners.
The black ones that we buy. You people know.
There's even the black ones. Say for example, you're doing like yard work or something. Those strong black ones. Even if you do those ones, it'll be hard for those pests and things to be getting into. The liner ones, it'll be easier for them to get inside. But let's just try. Let's start with something.
Yeah, let's try. Let's do something. Then restaurants.
Restaurants.
Because I know that
restaurants should not be carrying any blue drums at all. They shouldn't, because they're low. Their capacity that they're at is way. You're cooking. You're
different type of waste.
these things, these foods that and it's hot. This climate is very hot. You're cooking food. You're throwing meat away inside the drums, causing oil, maggots. You'll be seeing all types of nonsense. You'll be seeing maggots. Once maggots are there, it's hard to now. It's hard, especially in those blue drums to clean it. I can say the other ones you pour bleach and use the holes, but blue drums, who's going to do it? Nobody wants to do it. So then you just be seeing maggots tripling over.
And the rodents are always be there. The cockroaches, everything.
And then everybody's talking about everywhere you go in Lagos, you see the signs: we kill pests, odorless, and I'm thinking to myself. You even see like Barbrisky go to the store. He's carrying one roach spread. I'm thinking to myself, as beautiful as your house may be, most people are suffering with this roach and rodent thing.
Exactly.
So the best thing for us to do is to try to bring it down, control it, and you'll see that the roaches, the rodents, they will decrease.
What you just said about equality, like the roaches don't even know if it's Ikoyi,
exactly,
if he's Lekki or something, or if you're in Bega.
Exactly.
So something happened to my friend. Came to Nigeria and was staying at, I'm sorry to say Yaba though, was staying at Yaba, and then he packed his boxes and went to Canada. He went to Abata. And the funny thing is that he said when he got to his house in Canada, there were mosquitoes all over. So he started asking himself where the mosquitoes came from. And 2 rats actually. So he traveled from Lagos to that place with 2 rats. And it's very possible. You know,
it's very possible.
Yes, it's very possible.
That's why whenever I open my bag, I'm not playing with nobody's children. I'm taking everything outside the box. I'm not taking because some of these roaches, you guys have flying roaches.
Yes.
They're way bigger. These roaches are not roaches. These are not what we call roaches in America. These are creatures.
They are real
and
creatures.
Roaches, and people don't have roaches like that a lot unless you live in, like I said, you live in an area that's the ghetto, or you're just dirty. You know what I'm saying? But for the most part, nobody wants to. Can you imagine like traveling and then you brought 2 rats, you brought mosquitoes? He said they have
malaria
to carrying mosquitoes.
House. Exactly. Then he had 3 kids in the house and all of that.
Yeah, it's
so
crazy.
So this is something that we all have to pay attention to. If you think you're in Nigeria and you stay out of the country and you are not telling the government to do something about this, when you come, you carry rats in your country.
And we also discussed how people, when they go abroad, they obey the laws, and how. For example, now you could be walking on the street you're walking on the road. You actually see a waste bin right there, but you still decide to throw your pure water sachet or your bottle of water or your tangerine that you've been eating and just store it for somebody. For who? For your mother to come and clean it?
Did you just say that?
So it's like, but you see a waste bin right there.
And these same people, right, when they go out of the country,
they'll be the ones who they'll even be looking at the waste bin like, oh, this says recycle. They'll be looking at it amused. They'll be like, oh, there's these new trash cans that you wave at it and it opens.
Yes.
They'll be looking at it like, oh,
really?
You'll be seeing them standing by the trash. You just be wondering, are these people amused by the trash, the recycling? You just be wondering. Like, they'll be like this at the airport. They're so clean. But then when you get back to Nigeria, you make Nigeria a shithole. For who?
Interesting. The same way people go out of the country, they are very careful with driving. But once they get into Nigeria, they don't care. They don't have driver's license. Nothing. They're like, Moti wale ko mole, drive anyhow.
Exactly.
So we need to really pay attention. I mean, we can't make our home, like we can't make Nigeria the pigsty and then go out and be on our best behavior. That doesn't make sense at all.
It doesn't.
Yeah, we need to redefine in our heads what we think about Nigeria, how we treat our motherland, how we respond to things. Really, Nigeria is not supposed to be a shithole. I mean, now we have tried more now.
Yeah. Nigeria is like, come on now. Everybody loves, in this era right now, Nigerian music is reigning.
Exactly.
Nigerian artists are reigning. Actors are also reigning as well. Everybody wants to be a Nigerian. People are going
like the way Burna Boy's song was in Black Panther 2.
Everybody wants to go and do ancestry. Oh, I'm 44% Nigerian. You see how what is her name? Megan.
Yes,
Meghan Markle.
Markle.
Oh yeah, I'm so percentage of Nigerian.
And the way
Portia Williams, I'm 44% Nigerian because she's married a Nigerian.
What's his name? What's this guy's name? Former American president.
Barack Obama.
No. That his daughter Trump. His daughter married someone that like was brought up in Nigeria.
Really?
Yes. Trump's daughter just got married recently. The guy she married grew up in Nigeria.
Wow.
And he became a thing. I mean, an old Trump that doesn't like Nigerians.
Yeah, Trump will call Nigeria a shithole country.
Exactly. And his daughter is marrying somebody that grew up in a shithole country. I mean, please, let's just keep our environment clean so that we will stop calling our environment shithole and everything.
Exactly. It starts from the home. Although behavior may be the hardest thing to change, we can make little changes.
Exactly.
Even if you make the little changes within your own home and then you take it to the people within your community or the people within your apartment complex, you'll see a difference. The whole place won't be smelling.
Exactly.
You'll see that, the trash is not all over the floor. The trash hasn't now gone to the next person's compound. The trash is contained in one area, even if we're using the blue drums. Because as for right now, we can't do anything about it until maybe they come up with a better idea, or maybe as individuals we start getting those bigger trash cans or the trash cans with the lids. And please don't say because you now have trash can with the lid that you can't touch it. The reason why you can't touch it is because you yourself, you're nasty. Go and get the liner. Get the liner, seriously.
Exactly.
And then you'll be able to
because I've seen people remove those lids because they can't touch it.
Yeah, or they'll just, or if they open, they'll just leave it open.
Exactly. And everywhere it's
smelling.
Another thing we should also do is that we should hold our government officials accountable.
Yeah.
I mean, someone can be your local government chairman or the president or chairman or whatever they call it in your estate, and the person isn't doing anything about an environmental issue. Like, it's obvious it's affecting everybody. Let's use our social media handles as well and say, hey, Peter Obi, hey, BAT, hey, Kola Abiola, and who else is there? Atiku,
yeah.
Everybody, what are you doing about the environment?
Yeah.
We can't watch our environment just degrade. I mean, in 2022, everywhere is still smelling. Doesn't sound nice. Let's do that for the culture.
The culture. Definitely.
I hope you enjoyed this episode.
Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it too.
Yeah. It didn't even feel like an episode. It feels like we are talking. I mean, she has MLC in public health, so we are talking from an informed perspective, right? Yes, I enjoyed doing this with Soju. Thank you so much. Make sure you drop your comments and let's share what you think about it. Like it, subscribe, tell someone about PlannedPath podcast. Trust me, we'll soon be back for more interesting topics.
Yes, indeed.
Enjoy yourself,
Yes, happy December.
Yes,
Dirty December. Be good though.
They will. Bye.
Bye.